All right, you little fucking sleep apnea motherfuckers. Time to have some fun tonight. You're probably watching this at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're all fucked up. Your wife thinking you're texting somebody on Tinder. So anyway, listen, let me just tell you this. Then I'm going to do some email answering, some text answering, then lose out. Ooh. Okay. When I was a kid, as you already know about my childhood, my neighborhood was buck wild. There was still like a heroin trade going on. And one of the kids that I knew, like, you know, when you grow up in the hood, you can be growing up next to Satan. You have no fucking idea. You know, you're just like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? It's no big deal. My name is Lou. So anyway, this cat, he was Mr. White's son. Mr. White was like a big time, like, Frank Lucas motherfucker. Okay, so he ran like the drug trade from like 100th Street, Manhattan Avenue, all the way up to Morningside Park and over to 110. So you know that song, Across 110? Well, he motherfucking owned that shit. So anyway, I was cool friends with his son since we were like little fucking rejects. So it was like me, Benito, him, whatever. You know, that's just normal life, no big deal, okay? So, let me just, you know, in a nice calm way, you know, Pat, I'll refer to him as Pat. Love that motherfucker too. I got high school stories with him. But anyway, but Pat had a fucking problem. Why? Because his father was a motherfucking assassin, a fucking heroin mastermind, and a fucking, like, a godfather in fucking Harlem. Like, nobody fucked with this motherfucker. Like, nobody. This motherfucker was fucking like, Denzel has to play that motherfucker. Because, let me tell you something. He didn't need brothers and sisters from North Carolina. This one man fucking army, that motherfucker was fucking crazy. So, shit, he owned half of the fucking park. Those were his people dealing in there. So anyway, so his son Pat, you could just imagine that there was no limits with this motherfucker. All right. So anyway, no big deal. So I'm around 13, 14, 15. I was like 14. And one day, me, Benito, Mike, Pat, a bunch of other retards, we're hanging out, whatever. And all of a sudden, Pat gets into kind of an argument with somebody. It's funny, right? You're 14, you're having an argument like grown fucking men in the street. So me, I'm minding my business. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You know, nothing to get crazy about. One-on-one. If Pat wants to fuck somebody up, whatever, have fun. Whatever, it's nothing new. It's the problem. Remember I told you Pat got no limits? Had no limits? God bless you, motherfucker. I hope you're alive. This guy said something to Pat, like, for real, like, yeah, yeah, what if I shoot you? He told that to the wrong fucking Negroid, because my black brother from another mother, that motherfucker already had homicide. He was just looking for the letters. You know, give me an H, give me an O. He was fucking there already. He fucking just, his cousin was Spanky, so that's to let you know how that fucking bloodline, those motherfuckers were fucking crazy. I saw them fuck up a Chinese delivery guy one time when they got the order wrong. Like, that's how the level these motherfuckers were. But they were cool kids, though. It's just like, shit happened. Fucking Spanky. Where's the duck sauce? Huh, China? Where's the duck sauce? Fuck you, get the duck sauce. Anyway, so this fucking guy threatens fucking Pat's life. That's a big fucking mistake, because his father told all of us, if a man ever threatens your life, you fucking finish him. You don't play that game. But all of a sudden, when I'm talking to this one fucking chick. God damn, I remember her too, Marilyn. Woo! I was like, woo! Anyway, all of a sudden I see a flash of light, fucking just a fucking big, everything was slow motion. It was just like a giant flash. All of a sudden, I see Pat with a fucking gun, and he says, "Threaten me now, bitch. Threaten me now." So my fucking ear is ringing because I'm right next to this fucking thing. Now, at that moment, most motherfuckers will go home and cry to their mother. Let me tell you something. That's not how it went down with us. Pat went to his father. Whatever happened, happened. Whatever. Excuse me, let me step over the body. So, me, Mike, and Benito, we went over to his pops. And we told him, "Viejo, listen, we were in this fucking place, and one of the guys we were with, he just fucking committed fucking homicide right in front of us." And he was like, "So fucking what? You didn't kill nobody." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it, but what the fuck? We were there." He goes, "Who's the fucking guy?" So we told him the fucking guy, whatever, White's kid. Right there. When we fucking said White's kid, bam. Right there. That's it. Come on. What do you mean, come on? Where the fuck we're going? He says, "Get your shit ready. Get some clothes ready, whatever." That's it. Be ready. 20 minutes, we're the fuck out of here. Now, you're a fucking kid, so you don't really get the whole thing. But you could imagine, we were there when White's kid, Pat, smoked this fucking guy. And you already know how White was, and, not for nothing. Mr. White knew us since we were fucking like 4 or 5 years old. Like literally, like White held me when I was a baby, so more on that later. Benito's father, he knew the fucking deal. Witnesses, they don't last long. So he turned around, and before the cops grabbed us, before anything went down, he grabbed us, took us to the fucking airport, took us to fucking JFK. He fucking went to the counter. He fucking bought us airline tickets, and we were on a Phoenix. Mind you, we had no fucking idea what was Phoenix, where was Phoenix, who was in Phoenix, nothing. He just told us very simple. When you get to the airport, you call this fucking number. Act like men, don't act like fucking kids. So Benito's like, "But do I get a window seat?" And I'm like, "Yo, are you fucking serious? Like, what are we doing? Boarding flight Phoenix?" It was like, what the fuck? Where am I going? All of a sudden, I'm in a fucking plane. And then my fucking plane is like taking off. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? All of a sudden, the travel time to Phoenix was like 4.5 hours, 5 hours. I'm on the plane with Mad Mike. Mad Mike fucked up. Mike is gone. He has no fucking idea what's going on. All of a sudden, we're hanging out in the neighborhood. I'm talking to this kid, this chick about like 50 fucking grandkids. And all of a sudden, we're like fucking, we're fugitives. Now we're fucking fugitives. So anyway, we're on the fucking plane. Too much anxiety to fucking rest. Also, it was just like weird. You're a kid. You got like $3,000 in your pocket. Back then, that was a lot of fucking money. And all of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Benny's old man told me, "You keep an eye on my 2 boys." So I was like, holy shit, now I'm the fucking head of this fucking criminal enterprise. So I'm on the fucking plane. Benny's fucking with people talking. "So really, what are you going to do in Phoenix when you land?" It's like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up, Benny. Benny, sit down, man. Turbulence with Benny? Let me tell you something. I never really understood the fear of flying until that motherfucker hit turbulence. When we hit turbulence, that was some shit. He was fucking screaming, crying, "What the fuck? We're gonna die." He's talking to some lady on the side. He convinced them they were gonna die. They were both fucking hugging each other for like half the flight. By Dallas, you would think they were a couple. Long story short, we landed in fucking Phoenix. Was it Sky? The fuck is the name of that? There's an airport there. It's like I think it's Sky. Anyway, fucking Phoenix, the airport in the fucking city. I still fucking forget what it is. So all of a sudden we land inside the airport. We get out, gotta find a payphone. Okay, so I find a fucking payphone. I take out that fucking number. And I call the fucking number. Yeah, listen, yeah, you know about us? Yeah, we're at the airport. Okay, you're coming. Okay, we'll be here. So now I'm like, okay, at least I'm a little bit calm. Like, some motherfucker's coming for us. I don't know where the fuck we're at. And you're looking out the window and it's like, where the fucking trees? There's a fucking desert. What the fuck is going on? And Benny comes back from the outside door and he's fucking, like, you could see his face is flush. I'm not going out there. What are you talking about? I don't know. Something's not right out there. Like, what the fuck you mean something's not right? So I go outside and let me tell you something. It must have been like 130 degrees. That fucking heat hit me like I was facing an oven. You know when you open the fucking oven and the fucking heat hits you? I was like, what the fuck? I'm in hell. What the fuck is there's no birds flying? Nothing is fucking... I was like, this is before Jamba Juice. It was like, what the fuck? I backed the fuck up and I couldn't believe it. And I see freaking normal people walking by, blonde people. Hey, hi Ken. I'm like, what the fuck? Hi Ken, the fucking city's on fire. It felt like something was burning. The closest thing I've been to that is to be next to a burning car. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm really like, fucking calm down, Louis. Fucking breathe. Fucking Benny's reading magazine like he's a world traveler and we're there. About a fucking hour later, fucking this guy shows up. Now, this guy, you could already tell he's Puerto Rican. He just had that fucking look like, don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry about it. He just looked at us, look. He already told us, whatever has to be done will kill the president. It doesn't matter. Okay? You're with me now. Okay? Then he said the key words and I knew we were in the fucking wild zone. Me and your fathers, we've done a lot of shit together. Nobody's gonna fucking touch you motherfuckers. I was like, holy shit, crazy man just showed up. How many Chinese motherfuckers did this bastard kill? So anyway, let's just call him Ramon, okay? So we go outside. It was fucking the devil heat. It was so hot, it sucked the fucking humidity out of my mouth. I couldn't talk, anything. It just fucking confused me. I think my sneakers were melting as I was walking. So we get in the fucking car and I'm thinking to myself like, okay, turn on the AC. This motherfucker rolls down the windows. As we're fucking driving, the fucking heat is coming in and I feel my clothing drying up and crinkling. I felt like, what the fuck is this? This is fucking... The faster he got, the more painful the fucking air came. And I was like, this can't be fucking happening. Like, what the fuck? How do you people survive out here? Did I land on the sun? Fucking Benny's in the back. I see passed the fuck out. He caught his fat ass. There's no way. Fucking Mike is in the back crying. Mikey, you fucking... You even told me you were fucking crying. The tears were drying up before it hit his cheeks. That's how fucking hot and dry it was. He didn't go to fucking like Phoenix, like where normal fucking people live. This motherfucker lived in an area that's called Chandler before there were homes. Like Chandler was like nothing out there. Like literally we were on a fucking road and like fucking dust was coming behind. There was some buildings on the side that you could see and we're out there and I'm like, after we got off the highway, we started driving. I'm like, what the fuck are we going? All of a sudden, I see a house on the distance, and I'm like, okay, no problem. So he pulls into this house, and this looks like a fucking normal house. It has a normal house. There's a fucking pool in the back. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? There's no houses in the area. I mean, in the distance, you can see things, but there's nothing. There's no hi neighbor. Fuck hi neighbor. This is El Diablo land. Like, any moment, the devil could show up. And I'll be like, oh, shit, that's the devil. That's how hot it was. And I was like, I can't believe this. So we get inside the house. And a house in Arizona, without the air conditioning turned on, it feels like a fucking oven with the fucking, like, whatever was in it was burnt to a crisp. And you still feel it. That fucking heat. All of a sudden, he turns on the fucking AC. And we're there like half a fax. I was so fucking hot, I was dying. And I'm like, Ramon, listen, not for nothing. How the fuck do you live in this fucking hell zone? How the fuck could you be out here? I just met him. He goes, you know what? You're just like your father. I'm like, I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. He said, look, I'll never freeze again. I'm like, oh, he's one of those fucking Chosen freezing motherfuckers. I fucking knew we were in danger. Because this is already about 2 years after the fucking Chinese assassin almost killed us and froze us to death in the mountains. So all of a sudden he says, look, y'all little motherfuckers are in trouble. I don't know what kind of trouble, but my job is to look out after you motherfuckers. So you motherfuckers don't leave this house. I'm like, all right, no problem. Benny's like, okay, you got cable? When he said you motherfuckers don't leave this house, he just said, the refrigerator has everything that you need. You don't got to worry now. I'll be back. I'm going to go get some things. So he walks out the door, he gets in the fucking car, and he drives away. And I'm not kidding you. Like nothing. There was nothing outside. Like in the distance, you could see things. Because everything is like flat. Not a flat earth, okay? But just flat. I think it was like a subdivision. He was like the first homeowner in this fucking desert wasteland. So we're there. All of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? We're in the middle of the fucking desert. This fucking guy just drove away. What the fuck is he driving to? And fucking Mike is bugging out. Like, what do you mean we're in trouble? I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get fucked up. At this point, I start thinking to myself, like, if I go to prison after this fucking hellhole, I mean, that God must hate me. So, just saying that fucking story, I needed to reach my fucking lemonade. So anyway, so we're in the fucking house, and the AC says, and fucking Benny's there trying to make breakfast in the fucking kitchen, like fucking some fucking chef. He's in there making breakfast. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. There's no internet. There's nothing. Fucking house has no fucking phone. How you gonna call for help? Fucking Mike is like fucking in the Twilight Zone. So we're there. Benny serves his eggs, bacon, the whole fucking thing. He's like, sit down, eat. Everything's okay. We're gonna be in the pool afterwards. Whatever. This is not bad. It's like spring break vacation. All of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, you know when ACs had a sound? All of a sudden you hear true. Like something would happen in the Star Trek Enterprise, like the fucking turbine just fucking quit. The reactor's over. And the fucking air conditioner just fucking turned off. And you felt in 2 seconds that house go from cool to fucking miserable. What do 3 fucking idiot kids know about fixing a fucking air conditioning system? So we went outside, we tried to kick that fucking machine. Spin, motherfucker. Spin, we're gonna die. So we're fucking dying in this fucking place. Now the refrigerator has cold water in it. But there's 3 motherfuckers here. And I don't know you people ever know, like, if you open up the tap in Arizona, you could burn your fucking hand with the cold water. Anyway, found out that hard way. So what did we do? Like half of Momo's, we jumped in the fucking pool because we're gonna fucking die. So at least we're gonna be able to splash ourselves. And we're there floating, trying to figure out a plan. Like Mike wasn't talking. So it's just me and Benny. But they're like 2 fucking idiots. Like, what do you think is gonna come back? I'm like, well, he doesn't come back in an hour. We're gonna be dead. The sun's going down and it's not getting cooler. Like I can't even fucking phantom that. How the fuck could it not get cooler with the sun going down? It was just like this fucking heat and all fucking crickets are coming by and you start hearing all this like weird kind of like fucking sound in the brush. Is that a rabbit that just ran by? What the fuck is going on? We gotta make a run for it. I told Benny, we can't stay here. We're gonna fucking die in this house, man. So Benny turns around. He walks out in the middle of the street. There's a building over there. Famous last words. Then fuck it. We grab some water. And we're gonna walk to that fucking building. And then what I'll do is I'll keep calling that fucking number I got, because there's no phone in the house. I'm like, so maybe, I don't know, somebody, whatever. Let me tell you something. In the desert, you think you can cover distance before you fucking start suffering. Boy, were we fucking wrong on fucking distance and water. By the time we made it a block and a half and drinking that water, our fucking water was halfway gone. And that fucking, whatever it was in the distance, and we just fucking kept walking. By the time we got halfway there, we saw the most torturous thing that God ever put in my path. A fire hydrant. A fucking fire hydrant that we know has water in it. Probably 3,000 degrees water, but it was water. Fucking lunatics fighting outside. So all of a sudden, I was like, this is fucking cruel. So I told Benny and Mike, we gotta walk, man. No matter what happens, I'm not feeling, this is gonna fuck us up. So we're fucking walking, and you could feel your body going through fucking changes, and it was just like, how the fuck did the cowboys do this? There's no Puerto Rican cowboys. All of a sudden, it's like half an hour later, it was like a fucking gas station, I don't know, convenience store. I've never seen that combination before, because New York don't got that. We got like a couple of gas stations with like, wild motherfuckers outside. All of a sudden, there was somebody behind the counter. Cool cat. It looked like he was like a surfer dude looking for a beach. And all of a sudden, we bust through the fucking door. We're going into the fucking, the glass refrigerator type things. We're grabbing. And he's like, sir, you gotta pay. Fuck you. You gotta pay. I was rubbing fucking water all over my fucking head. There's people in there looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong? We're fucking dying. I actually laid down on the fucking floor of this convenience, whatever the fuck it was. I just laid in the cold floor. My heart was like fucking going crazy. I think I had a pack of bacon on my fucking chest. I was so fucking hot, I was dying. And then I think to myself, like, where's motherfuckers at? And I look and I see Benny's sneakers on the floor too. We fucking collapsed. We were fucking dead. What happened? Surfer dude? 911. Fucking calls the ambulance to come over. Fucking ambulance come over. 2 fucking momos. I don't even know if they know how to give aspirins. Are you guys okay? You ask one question that to this day I can't understand. Do you think you have heat stroke? I don't know. I'm on a fucking floor surrounded by empty bottles of water and a pack of fucking cold bacon on my chest. What do you fucking think? He's like, okay, we can take you to the hospital. I was like, nope. Hospitals leave records. So I'm like, okay, let us stay for a while. We're just going to make a couple of phone calls. So we hung out with the, once the ambulance fucking left, fucking momos showed up with 1 oxygen tank. 1 oxygen tank, 3 fucking victims on the floor. Anyway. So we hang out with the surfer dude. And we're in there, and the surfer dude's like, don't worry, guys, I could understand. They left you in the house. I had fucked up parents, too. And I'm like, oh, shit, this guy's fucked up. But he was a cool cat. We were fucking heating microwave pizza in the microwave. It was spinning. We were hanging out with him. He was like, no, let's get high. I don't care. It was fucking, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in a fucking gas station, and we're fucking, Benny's getting fucking high on some psychedelic wild shit. He's starting to freak out eating microwave pizza. And at a certain point, he's like, the phone starts ringing. And it's Ramon. He's like, where you motherfuckers at? I'm like, we're in the fucking gas station. We almost died. Your fucking half a fucking AC fucking broke down. We were dying. He goes, oh shit. They cut the fucking electricity. You motherfucker, you left us in a fucking desert without air conditioner? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, all right, no problem. Listen. We're going to go someplace else tonight, and then tomorrow we'll come back to the house once I put the electricity on. I'm like, someplace else? What could be better than this? Anyway. Ramon shows the fuck up. By then, Benny's fucking high. He's fucking gone. Mikey's like talking to E.T. Did you phone home? I'm fucking there. I gotta buzz off these fucking wackos. My lips are dry. I'm all fucked up. I think my sneakers is like less rubber on the bottom. We say goodbye to the surfer dude. Cool motherfucker. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna quit this job in a week. Have all the candy bars and food you want. I don't give a fuck. We were just there like, so you actually like surfing? What about the sharks? So Ramon comes, he picks us up, and once again we're in the car with no fucking air conditioning. Fucking blowing that night desert heat on us. And all of a sudden, he drives us to another fucking house. And it's just like, wow, here comes house number 2. I'm like, what kind of fucking business is Ramon in? He has all these houses in the desert. All of a sudden, he goes into this fucking house, and this fucking house is air conditioned, it's normal. Everything is fine. And all of a sudden, I was like, wow, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, this family comes out, oh my God, I heard you guys were coming. I was like, wow, this is a normal family. I started to feel calm. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, these are normal motherfuckers, and this is like kids and a family. So I was like, okay. So Ramon tells the lady, where's Hector? So I'm like, who's Hector? You okay? Harry. So my thing is like, who the fuck is Hector? All of a sudden, Hector comes out, and Hector looks scarier than fucking Ramon. Hector's a motherfucker that looks like he hasn't shaved his beard, and he has that look like he's ready to fucking kill Chinese people. And I already fucking knew that this is like the other lost members of the Mohrican tribe that went to kill the Chinese. He comes over, he immediately went to me, because I look just like my old man. He came over, you're gonna stay in my house. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you in my house. So that was a good fucking sign. I'm like, okay. So we fucking had dinner there. We're fucking laughing. He's telling me stories about the old times, how they fucked up Chinese people. You know, it's fucking crazy stuff. How they wore the Koreans' clothing to stay warm. I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are crazy. Telling us how he was looking for a size 9 shoe because his fucking boots were fucked up. It was like, you fucking were raiding corpses? Whatever. Remember the finger? Now I know where this fucking like weird shit comes from. Anyway, all of a sudden, the wife, the 2 daughters, go to Hector, Papi will love you, like that, whatever, you know, bye dad, whatever. And she's kissing him bye. And she's like, don't worry guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, what do you mean you see us tomorrow? Don't you live here? Apparently. I would find out when nobody lives with Hector after the hours of 5. It was time to get sleepy. So we had our designated areas to go sleep. And I was fucking exhausted. It's the first time I ever experienced jet lag. I was heat stroke. I was fucked up. I just had a beautiful meal. I just said to myself, like, I was just, you know, you're just coming down from insanity. All of a sudden, Hector comes over and he said, I'll be back. I'll be back, but he didn't leave the house. So I was like, no problem. As long as you don't leave the house and the air conditioner is working, we're good. Benny's on the floor. He's fucking psychedelic out. He's in a different world. Mike's fucked up too. So, Mikey was on the floor looking at the ceiling fan, blowing the AC down on him. He wasn't going nowhere. So, Ramon, he broke out too. He said he'll be back, you know, once the other house is set up. So, about an hour and a half later, it's got to be like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I hear a door open down the hallway, a wall in the living room. And I'm like, what's going on down there? All of a sudden, fucking Hector comes out with these fucking big ass rifles. He said, come on, let's go outside. Let me tell you something. Now I know what fucking the family said. Goodbye, goodbye, dad, goodbye, poppy, and they fucking broke out. This motherfucker has some severe PTSD. Don't leave this motherfucker alone, and don't live in a zip code. He goes outside. I have no idea because we're inside. I don't know, why does he want us to go outside? This motherfucker got his rifles. What the fuck is he doing? All of a sudden, you fucking hear gunshots from the fucking outside of the house. Like rifle shot, it's like blah, 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 blah. Come on out. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna come out like that with my hands up? Fucking Mike is catching an asthma attack. Fucking Benny's like, where are we? I'm like, this motherfucker wants us to go outside. He got guns. He's shooting at somebody. We'll open the door like a half fag like that. Look outside. And this motherfucker is shooting at like shit he's shooting at like stars. He's fucking shooting at stuff. So I go over like, yo, like for real, like what's going on, Poppy? What are you doing? No, this is how it was. We were in the valley and they were coming from the hills. We could see them. We knew they were coming down. Well, it's like, oh shit, this motherfucker cracked. Yo, there's no Chinese people in these hills, man. Stop shooting at whatever you're shooting. No, bah, bah, bah. So my fucking heart is going like this. He's fucking, here, take a fucking rifle like your father. I'm like, what the fuck? Now I got my prints on the weapon. If he fucking kills the neighbor, we're fucking going down for 2 murders now. Fucking Benny is fucking pale. Then he turns around and he tells Benny, you know what we're going to do, Benito? What we're going to do? We're going to go walk into the night and we're going to see if we find anything. Benito's like, I'm not walking out there. He just grabbed Benito. Come on, we're going to walk. It don't matter. All of a sudden, we see Hector taking Benito for a walk with a rifle. So here I am holding the other rifle. I'm looking at Mike. I'm like, yo, we got to follow Benny. This motherfucker lost his mind. Sure enough, here we are in the middle of a desert. And this motherfucker's like shooting at, I don't know what he's shooting at. In his brain, he's like shooting at things that he sees. This shit went on for about a fucking hour. I don't got no fucking hearing left. It's done. And then he turns around and he says, you guys want Chinese food? I was like, what the fuck? He's gonna kill the delivery guy. He's gonna kill the fucking Chinese guy when he shows up. I was like, no fucking Chinese. Let's do pizza. I said, no. I really like their food. So this fucking guy, fucking whacked out of his fucking mind. He fucking tells us, get in the car. We're going to go to this Chinese restaurant. So we go to this fucking Chinese restaurant. This fucking rifle's in the fucking trunk. Like, for real. Like, we smell like fucking gunpowder. We're all fucking tinnitus. Can't hear nothing. And he's talking about, the first time I saw the Chinese people up close, I knew I had to kill them. You know why? Because they didn't know what we were and they were going to kill us. I'm like, the Chinese people at this restaurant you're taking us to are not the same motherfuckers that you killed, right? No. I like these people. They're good people. I like them. They like me. So I was like, okay, fine. At least we motherfuckers already know. Yeah, in his brain, they liked him. Not in their brain. We pulled into this fucking place. It fucking was like 10 dudes side, whatever the fuck it was. Let me tell you something. When that motherfucker opened the door and the little bells went ding, 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 like fucking half fags, all of a sudden, when he walked in, the whole family was like, fucking everybody was like, and fucking, they didn't want to fucking eat no more. All of a sudden, we sit down, he starts speaking in Chinese. I was like, this is the devil. This is the devil. He's speaking in Chinese out of nowhere. And I'm like, and Benny's like, can I get egg rolls? He fucking has no idea. We're there and he's speaking in Chinese and the fucking people, you could tell they're fucking nervous. You could tell they're like fucking 9-1. They're like that. So we're there and he's fucking there. Fucking, I don't know what he's done in there before, but when he came in, let me tell you something. Shit got like, even the music bing, 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 was fucking boop. The fucking record went. All of a sudden, he said, okay, we're done. Let's go home. Let me tell you something. That night had some other adventures that went on. But in the morning, when I woke up fucking terrified with a rifle by me, my ears ringing, tasting like fucking soy sauce, and I'm fucking seeing the sun creeping over, all of a sudden his beautiful family comes back. Good morning, Dad. Hi, we're here. You want breakfast? And we're like, I'm like this. If somebody would have said, what's that? I would have fucking got a heart attack. I would have fucking killed somebody. I would have shot some Chinese people. Anyway, fucking, he was normal in the morning. Hector was a normal motherfucker in the morning. Hey, how you doing, honey? How you doing, honey? This fucking guy wanted to kill Chinese people last night. And I was eating like, do you know your father? Yes, I know about my father. I was like, you fucking left us here? You fucking left us? We went to a fucking Chinese restaurant. I thought he was going to go fucking crazy on these people. No, they understand him. I'm like, well, I didn't fucking understand them. So we were there. And fucking Ramon shows up. And he's like, get everything ready. I spoke to your fathers. Everything's okay. You're going to the airport. I was the best fucking news I ever heard in my fucking life. I was fucking ready. I was like hugging everybody. Okay, Hector. Okay, Shishi. I was fucking gone. I don't want to fucking know about Chinese people or Puerto Ricans anymore or anything. I was gone. I was like, fucking, come on. I was in the car with the fucking windows open and the engine wasn't even on. I was like, get me the fuck away from these fucking Puerto Ricans. These fucking savages. I don't know how many fucking people my fucking people killed over there, but I have nothing to do with it. Takes us back to the airport. And then we're at the airport. He said everything was taken care of, okay? Okay? Your father's organized everything. You're going to be safe when you get there. Don't worry about it. Things have to be done. Now, what happened was, obviously, Benito's pops, whatever, our pops, went over to White and let him know clearly. Anything happens to the boys, everybody's dead. So it was an understanding. We fuck you, you fuck us, we fuck you. It was one of those kind of deals. But Mr. White was cool. You know, it wasn't gonna, you know, he understood. Pat broke out to North Carolina. We never saw him again until he came back for high school years later. That was an interesting one. I'll tell you, that's another story. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a different truck. Okay. So we get on the fucking plane. And I sit on the fucking plane. You know, fucking Betty's waving goodbye to him. Hey, take care, it was fun. No, it wasn't, motherfucker. Stop waving at that motherfucker. So we get in the fucking plane. Fucking plane was just... I just collapsed. I collapsed like striker pose. I was fucking done. Fuck everything. All of a sudden, I wake up. We're circling fucking JFK. And we fucking land. Benny's fucking hanging out. Fucking talking to people on the phone. Yes, the flight is never going to land. Fucking people, who's that? Let's do this. No, I'm the captain. Fucking sick bastard. I gotta tell you one time when Benny took over a Subway. That's a different story, but I can't get into that. So, anyway, we land. Obviously, Benny's old man comes over to get us, and we're fucked up. We're psychologically, we're toast. All I know is that when I got home that night, and I collapsed in my bed, and I looked outside the window, and I saw the beautiful moon over New York City, and it wasn't 1,000 fucking degrees, and I had saliva in my mouth, some humidity, and I just said to myself, what the fuck did I just go through? It was literally like 3 days of like the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life. Like it was, so obviously everything was squared away, everything was done, whatever. That's how things were back then. Remember, there was no cameras out there, no CCTV footage of anything. So you don't talk, you don't see, you don't know. So went back to normal life. Many years later, I was flying out to the West Coast, and the plane had a sensor go off, and they said that they were going to be making an emergency landing in Phoenix. And even years later, when I had nothing to do with any of that, my heart started to fucking race. I started to hear fucking Chinese people fucking talk. I started to taste soy sauce in my mouth. Let me tell you something. Ramon and Hector are still alive. They're still in Chandler. And let me tell you something. I know they did a solid for my people, my family, for Benny's family or whatever. And I understand that those motherfuckers, they were going to go down together forever. They were solid. But wow, man. All I can tell you is never fucking fly into Phoenix ever in your fucking life. I mean, that's my Arizona story. I never seen some shit like that in my life. I saw a fucking cactus. I'm like, what is that? It's like a fucking dead tree. It fucking has no leaves. What kind of sick mind did God have to make a fucking tree with spikes on it? I'm like, no way. The Chinese people, when he started speaking in Chinese, I was like, fuck that shit. Such motherfuckers gonna be when you try to sell a $500,000. Motherfuckers are gonna be fucked up like that. Fucking motherfuckers, I love you. He said, "What's your son?" I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh my god, I love you, motherfuckers. Happy fucking line watching, okay? Take care, Malaria. Chinese food, okay? Fucking people, I love you, man.